Hello, hello. So I have been trying just to do one of these as much as possible. I'm kind of blurry right now. Sorry about that. As much as possible and answer business related questions. And since we're kind of new at this, I haven't been getting too many questions yet. So I'll just go with what I was planning on talking about today, which is email. So I personally have been organizing my business. I have probably, let me see, I have about 6 email accounts that I use for work, different organizations, clients. And so I've been working to get all my emails organized to one email box. And I chose to do a regular Gmail, like my very first Gmail actually, that I've had. It's even my maiden name. And the reason I did that is for two reasons. One, I have my Google Drive hooked to that, and I have bought the extra like 2 terabytes of space. So it just makes that transition easier. If you have like a Google Workspace account, it's harder to get it all going to that, but you don't have to have a Gmail account. I would I suggest everybody get one just because Google is everywhere, and like you can't use a lot of their services like Drive, and if you want to fill out a Google form, you need a Gmail address or a Google account. So you could create a new Gmail account just to merge everything. Let me see. I'm gonna put the screen back over here. So this is just an article I found because I didn't want to take everybody into my messy Gmail box, but it is pretty. I wouldn't say it's like easy, but you can definitely get all your emails going to one place. And the nice thing is that you can add your different signatures, and you can reply from all the different accounts. So you don't have to reply from the main account. You can reply from any of the accounts that you have, and they don't have to be Gmail accounts. Like I have some accounts that are with Zoho that go to my Gmail, and I can still reply while in my Gmail to those other emails. So it's a nice way to keep you organized. Now I just go into one email box and I can see my thousands of emails in one view. So that makes it much, much, much easier for productivity. You might not have quite as many emails as I have, but it's still, even if you just have 2 email boxes, it just makes it nice because then you're not missing things. They're not falling through the cracks. So definitely you can just do a quick search on the internet and find the directions on how to do this. But I'll share this article in the comments here too. If you're curious how to do it. And like I said, it's got a little bit of a learning curve, but it's not too bad how to go do it. And this kind of walks you through it, how to go in there and do your settings and how to set it all up. And I did this for like 5 emails. So there you go. That's first thing, get your email organized. Another tool that I have used recently again, and I had used prior, is Clean Email. So I don't know about you, but I've had my email accounts, some of them for well over a decade. And I have some old emails. I have a lot of like junk email that just is kind of built up. And the first time I went to Clean Email, I got a message saying that my email box was like full to capacity and there wasn't any more storage space. So I had to go in and clean it up. Clean Email, they have a subscription program that you can use. I think you can clean up a certain amount for free. You can try it for free, like it says here. But once you've done that, you have to actually pay. But it's not too horrible, and it's worth it to like do it. What I would do instead of paying to have it all the time, unless you really need it all the time, which I have the monthly one right now. I think I might actually even paid for a year. But if you just need to clean it up once, you can just pay for a month and like clean it up and then not have to continue paying for it. Because I always say, like, small businesses have to be careful. You can have death by subscription because they all add up. You got $10 here, $20 there. Pretty soon you're like spending hundreds of dollars and you don't even know where it's gone. So definitely just use the free version first and see how much you can get done. And then if you need to pay, I'm looking to see, let me see. So yeah, $9.99 a month for one account. Now, the great thing is if you get all your emails into one account, then it's only one account that you're cleaning. Whereas if you're still to keep all your emails separated, then you want to sign up for all the different emails. So that, to me, makes it also a benefit of getting everything organized into one account. Okay, so we've talked about merging all your emails. We've talked about cleaning up your emails. The next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is email marketing. So email marketing obviously was really popular in the late 90s, early 2000s. It was the primary way of marketing online. Everybody was sending emails. Emails were pretty novel. People would open them. Then probably in the 2000s, email became, as social media started to grow, and people just started getting overwhelmed with email. Email became less of a way to market. Like, people started moving away from email. Like, email marketing was dead. I remember when I first started my business, I was told millennials don't check their email, to go do other marketing things. But I believe that, in fact, email is not dead, and that having an email marketing program is still important. You have to be careful not to send too much email, but sending once a week to a couple times a month a newsletter out is a good idea. Or sending out, if you have promotions, you have sales, anything that you have going on. It's just a great way to keep your audience up to date with what's going on. And one thing I was told when I first started my business, and I do believe it is true, is that you really want to have your clients' information. You want to have their email addresses. You don't want just to have your Facebook page and have your followers and people like that, because at any time Facebook could shut down your page and then you've lost all that contact information. You have no way of getting in touch with all those people, and it's just not a good way to run your business. You should always be in control of as much of your client data as you can. So having that email list and sending out those emails is a really good way of just maintaining your own client list, making sure you have their information, and then also just keeping that connection. There's different ways to make email better. Definitely, if the engagement, having people actually open your emails, and I can go over, if that's ever something you're interested in, you can definitely schedule a call with me and we can go over some best practices. But what I wanted to tell you is, so a lot of the email companies I was using, years ago, I was using Drip, and then they raised the prices. And so then I went to Mailchimp, and now they've raised their prices. And it's just, I don't know about you guys, but a small business, I was just talking about death by subscription, it gets really expensive to have all those things. So I just found this Mail King by Cloud HQ, and I'm trying it out, and I wanted to share it with you because I'm actually pretty excited about it. Now, again, this is if you have Gmail. You have to have Gmail to use it, but you can actually send your newsletters and your client emails directly from your Gmail using a spreadsheet or even your contacts. And it's so much more affordable, so much more affordable. Now, Gmail does have a limit of how many emails you can send a day, but what this does is if you've hit your limit, it just will send them out over multiple days. So if you're okay with a little bit of wiggle room with that, I think it's 2,000 a day limit. It says it on here. I was looking over all of it. Let's see if I could see it. But anyways, this, so far, I've been very impressed. And it even can import Mailchimp templates. So my Mailchimp stuff that I had set up, I was able to import. You can use Google Sheets. You can use a CSV or Excel. Or like I said, you can just come directly from your contacts. Like you could have a tag just for your newsletter and just send all the emails to those people. So far, I am pretty happy with it. Let me see if I can show you the pricing. So as I said, my Mailchimp account was, I think I had a little over 2,000 people on my list, and they were charging me, I think it was almost $60, and they weren't doing any like drip type campaign. So I couldn't like schedule emails to go out, like send email 1 this week, send email 2, next week. I had that all set up, and they basically turned that off and said, oh, if you want to do that, you got to upgrade. And it was going to be like, I think $70 a month for the cheapest subscription to do that. So I ain't about that life. We ain't paying that much. So they have their basic email campaigns for free. You can do 50 email messages per month. So if you're just starting out and you don't have a lot of people on your list, you can just start out here doing this for free, which let me go ahead and put this in. I'll put the link in there just so you guys have this in the comments as well, because I think it is a pretty good option. As long as you have, like I said, a Gmail, but this is another reason, if you don't have that Gmail account, just start a Gmail account. It's free. And then you can add all your other emails, send them to that Gmail account, and use Gmail as your primary landing email. It doesn't matter if you're an iPhone user or what, you can have a Gmail account. I highly recommend using that as your hub, because I've used Gmail forever, and it's easy, it's reliable. Like I rarely ever have problems. They make updates when they need. They are working on a lot of safety features. I mean, Google, you can feel however you want about them, but for email, like I think that their products are the easiest to use and integrate into everything. So yeah, they have the free one. Then they have the $19.99 a month one. Like I said, Mailchimp, I was paying over $50, and they wanted me to upgrade to $70. This one, $19.99, and it does not have any limit. They do have other options that you can move up to. Like they have one that you can text too for $54.90. So you could have the texting one for the same price as just basic email. And texting is also a great way to engage with your audience. So definitely look into that if you have not. And also, I was just going to show you before I jump off of this that Cloud HQ has a whole bunch of other products that might be of interest to you. They have tons of stuff for Google. They have, you can do, I don't know, all sorts of stuff. Save emails to PDF, label sharing, multi-email forward, save your emails to Google Drive, email tracking. They have an auto reply thing. So if you have emails that you want to send out, like I was saying, like you don't get a reply, you have a new lead and you send them out your introduction email, and you want to just kind of have it set up so it auto goes back out to them like in a couple days if they don't reply to you. And you could set up a whole, I can't think of a proper term. There's a marketing term for this, but basically you set up your auto replies. And then if the client, the lead, whoever you're trying to engage this conversation with does not reply, it'll automatically send out another email. And you can set it up so it does that however many times you want. Until they either reply or it's ran through the whole series of emails. And I highly believe, and was told when I started my business, and I believe I read a lot of stuff by Darren Hardy, like just bug people until they tell you to go away. So like, I mean, that's kind of puts it on autopilot for you. Either they're going to reply to you and say like, hey, I'm not interested, or they're going to ignore you, but you're going to have reached out, however many times you've set up. So it's a great solution. And then as a tip too, also with that, like, first of all, when you're dealing with clients, reply to them in the way that they contacted you. So if they called you, call them back. If they texted you, text them back. If they emailed you, email them back. If they Facebook messaged you, message them back on Facebook. because that's their preferred mode of contact. So you need to be flexible with your contact methods and always contact people back the way that they did, at least at first. If you have a way, like with mine, I don't talk about anything important over the phone or Facebook Messenger or text. Like I email everything. I don't mind talking on the phone, but I'll follow up with an email with all the details of what we discussed and ask that the person that I would talk to verifies that that's correct. Just because with travel, if things go bad, like I could be liable for somebody's trip. So I always CMA, you know what that stands for, cover my booty, but the other word, like you always need to be looking out for your business and making sure that you're taking the proper precautions to keep yourself safe. So if you have a business that deals with important information that you need to verify, either that or some people will record their phone calls, which I don't know Tennessee laws. I think in Arizona you could, as long as you notified them, but I can find out for you if that's something you're interested in, what the Tennessee laws are for recording your phone calls. And that's another way. If you talk about stuff that you need to be able to have records of, you can do phone calls as well. But I think that's all for now. So definitely try to get all your emails organized into one location. That would be my first tip for today. Clean up your email accounts. Try to get rid of all the junk that you don't need so you can find what you do need. You can use labels and folders, keep stuff organized. Organization is definitely something. It may not seem that important when you first start your business and you don't have a lot of information coming in, but get your systems in place now so you definitely are able to keep that organized. Here, let me put something else up here. I'll put our basic website here. So let's see. What else? Okay, so put all your emails in one place, clean your emails. If you are going to do email marketing, which I suggest, look into things like the Cloud HQ that are a little bit more affordable. Sendinblue is another email program that's kind of like Mailchimp that is a little bit more affordable. There are some affordable options. The only thing that I've noticed is that they start out really affordable, and then as their subscribers increase and as people have been using it for a long time, all of them seem to raise their prices. So just know that just because it's cheap now doesn't mean it will be cheap, because Mailchimp used to be really, really affordable, and it's not, in my opinion, now. For at least for newer small businesses, I think it's hard for somebody who's just starting out to be able to afford $50 for just email marketing, even though it is cheaper if you don't have very many emails on your list. So that it does really depend on that. But I'm trying to think. I think that's all I have for today. Please ask some questions. Email me. I will put my email in the comments, and just let me know what you would like me to talk about, because I'll pretty much cover anything small business related. If you have questions that you would like me to answer, just let me know. Otherwise, I just kind of go by what I want to talk about, and that may not be interesting for everybody. But let me put my email in here. And then, yeah, I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day, and I will do another one of these videos next week. I have no clue what I'm going to talk about yet, but I will definitely try to let you know in the comments or in the description what topic I think we'll cover next week. But I hope you have a wonderful week, and I look forward to talking to you soon, or seeing you soon, or whatever. Give me a call, give me an email, message me, whatever your preferred mode of contact is. I will get back to you. Thanks. Bye.